Before we continue this video, let's discuss this issue that Flamengo and Jose Boto with Jorge Mendes, Flamengo and Felipe Luis, all very optimistic. We're going to talk about this here, all very optimistic. With the signing of Felipe Luis's renewal, the information is that today there was a meeting in Lisbon. Jorge Mendes with Jose Boto, bringing the parties closer together. We'll cover all the details here as more meetings will happen this week, and we'll share everything in this video. The meeting took place today in Lisbon. Amazing. Hey guys, red black greetings. This is Flamengo. Welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro-Negro channel. If you're new here, please follow, like, and share on all platforms on YouTube, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Don't forget to give that awesome like on the video. We're here thanks to the sponsorship of Pix do Milão. It's the benefits club where you can get products, experiences, and on top of everything, you also get the right to participate in prize draws. There's also, man, scratch and win means pick straight to your account. Win an instant prize of up to 100,000 reais on the 31st with scratch and win in the New Year's prize. 3 prizes of 1 million reais each. Thought it was over? On January 2nd, there's another prize of 2 million reais. That's a lot of prizes. Remember, it's a benefits club where you buy points to redeem products. But Paparazzo, why are you bringing the video at the final moment of the Brazil Cup? I couldn't care less about the final of the Brazil Cup. I'm just following along. I'm here watching while I'm recording because I placed my little bet. That's where I placed it. That it would be a tie, that the game would go to penalties. Come on, because the odds were good. Corinthians, champion on penalties, the odds were good. But I'm not rooting for either one. I don't support either of them, so I'm not rooting for either side. So my video here, actually, I'm not even going to talk about the score of the game. My video is about Flamengo news. So look, let me just bring you the news right away. Regarding Felipe Luis, Flamengo and Felipe Luis are optimistic about resolving the issue regarding the coach's contract renewal even before Christmas. The parties are keeping the talks ongoing, and a new meeting is scheduled to take place this week. The obstacle at the moment continues to be related to financial matters. However, the difference between the offer and the counter offer has been reduced, bringing the club and the coach closer to extending the contract. The news was also brought by reporter Angelo Furtado. Look. And also talk about Christmas gifts with Felipe Luis in Europe. Bape was expected to meet the coach online to confirm staying at Flamengo in 2026. The board hopes to give this Christmas gift to the fans before the 24th. It will already be the first reinforcement for next year. It's even more important, especially for next year, with a less significant transfer window at the turn of the year. The coach's stay at Gavia should be the path he chooses, but his value will need to be addressed in this situation with Jorge Mendes and everything else. And look at that. So Flamengo took a while to reach an agreement with Felipe Luis and hopes to resolve it by the end of the season as well. But this could come at a higher price because of the coach's increased value in the market. So Flamengo waited for Jorge Mendes, hoping to get a better deal. Felipe has already closed the deal with him, not to try to get more money from Flamengo, but to make something happen in the future in Europe, which is Felipe's dream. Okay? But then you add everything up with the results. Since he got good results, excellent results, he's valued now, right? So Flamengo took a while to reach this agreement, and now Felipe is really more valued. Bonus clauses according to Renewal. Okay, goals and even a unilateral termination are aligned. Okay? So Renan Moura, reporter from Rádio Globo, Central Brasileira de Notícias, brought up bonus clauses here, and it's also there on the S1 live channel page. Bonus clauses, targets, and even a unilateral termination are outlined, okay? Felipe wants to keep all of this for himself in case he needs to leave. We understand, but that's bad for Flamengo. The biggest fear is the pressure around the coach during the break for the World Cup. But until then, Felipe Luis should stay at his beloved club, and it's all just a matter of time. We know that at some point, Felipe Luis might end up leaving Flamengo. He probably will end up leaving Flamengo. We feel sad, right? But what can we do? It's a situation we can't really complain about. Look, we're going to talk about the transfer market and Taty Castellanos too. But I have some important information here to share with you from Bruno Lemos, who works with Mauro Santana. The coach reportedly confided to some players that he will stay at Flamengo next year and is already planning for the next season. A player told a source of Bruno Lemos that the coach has already assured he will stay, okay? So, a source told Bruno Lemos that Felipe Luiz has already said he will stay at Flamengo. Okay, it's international. First of all, Felipe is already celebrating, right? Actually, not celebrating, right? Commenting and already planning for next season, already talking about next season with the players internally, okay? So all the optimists, including Felipe, who should have his contract renewal announced soon, look at that. A bill could prohibit changes to the name of Maracanã, causing Flamengo and Fluminense to lose about our real 55 million a year. Congressman Alexandre Quinoplo, it's always him, right? Legislative Assembly of the state of Rio de Janeiro wants to ban changes to Maracanã Stadium's official name. Isn't that shameful, guys? It really is. The possible law directly impacts the situation of Flamengo and Fluminense. That's because the Fla-Flu duo is negotiating the sale of the stadium's naming rights for about our real 55 million per season. From this amount, Flamengo would get our real 35.75 million and Fluminense would get the other our real 35 million. Guys, we're talking about an amount that until recently was Flamengo's main sponsorship, right? Be right back. Be right back, sponsors. It wasn't even 35 million reais. And today we see Flamengo with the naming rights able to raise that amount. And Alexandre Quinoplo is making a bill that could really get in Flamengo's way, right, man? That's shameful. So the bill will still be reviewed by 4 committees: Constitution and Justice, Sports and Leisure, Culture and Municipal Affairs, and Regional Development. In addition, the bill still needs to be sanctioned by Governor Claudio Castro to finally become a law. It's worth reminding everyone that Claudio Castro is the governor of Rio de Janeiro. The state government also receives a share of these naming rights, and it's in the interest of the state government to have naming rights at Maracanã. So Alexandre Quinoplo has a tough mission. What would that be, man? It's crazy, right? The guy trying to make things harder in a situation where the whole country, everyone in the world, has stadium naming rights. The guy wants to create this rule, this bill in Rio de Janeiro. Look, Alexandre Quinoplo, go to sleep. Quinoplo, go to sleep. Quinoplo, what's your deal? What's up with that, huh? Are you kidding me? Damn, find something to do. Damn, find something. Go wash some dishes. Damn. And Roberti, are you going to find something to do, man? Go work out. Go for a run. Go do some cardio. Go for a jog. Man, for God's sake, trying to mess with Flamengo and Fluminense over the naming rights thing, man. And even the stadium's own management is messing around, right, man? Man, what a stupid bill this is. Seriously, think about something else. There are so many things we need. The country needs so much, and you're worried about saying you can't put naming rights on Maracanã? Man, come on, you're kidding, right? Oh, historical heritage? Yeah, right, man. Are you messing with me, bro? I'm amazed. These guys really have nothing better to do seriously, and we have them here too. It's about Juninho, right? We've been saying from the beginning that Juninho would leave Flamengo. After being announced by Pumas from Mexico, the forward Juninho left a special farewell message. He thanked the Red-Black Nation for their support all season and also thanked Flamengo for being part of a winning history. Juninho shared this text on social media while wearing the sacred jersey. The cycle ended knowing I lived a dream. Wearing the sacred jersey isn't for everyone. I was honored to be part of this 2025 victory. I came to Flamengo to fulfill a childhood dream, to play at Maracanã and win titles, a dream that no amount of money can buy. I was privileged to experience something I never thought I would in my life. I met great players who I used to watch on television not long ago, heard stories of club legends, and I got to share the locker room with many players I'm a fan of. Yes, I experienced all that, and thank everyone. Now, about the fans. That sea of red and black, damn, was the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. And I got to see them chanting my name, Juninho X. Not to mention the wild guys who stormed our bus and other things only the Flamengo nation can do. I can't explain it, only those who experience this will understand. And I lived it, made history, and I can tell the story. Thank you, nation. Man, you know, Juninho saying goodbye. I really rooted for him to make it. Look at him. Amazing, man, saying goodbye. I really rooted for him to shine at Flamengo. He scored key goals in the championships, so thanks, Cesare. We're together. Man, I'm glad that you carry good things in your heart, okay? Man, I'm really happy. Yeah, look, just bringing here some information from journalist Raiza Simplicio that Flamengo has resumed talks to try to sign the Argentine striker Taty Castellanos from Lazio. Okay, the club sounded out the players' staff to understand the conditions of the deal and the players' interest in returning to South America. A new conversation is scheduled for this week to assess the viability of the transfer. So, Flamengo is once again keeping an eye on the possibility of signing Taty Castellanos, who is a spectacular player. And if Flamengo signs him, he will make a big difference. You know, he's a striker, a goal scorer, a guy who is spectacular. I'm also bringing some spectacular information for you here. Regarding Flamengo's numbers, there's a survey that compares the performance of the main soccer clubs in the world. Flamengo appears as the team with the most victories both in the recent 2-year period and in the 10-year period. In the last 2 years, Flamengo has 92 wins, surpassing Barcelona, which is in third place with 83, and also surpassing those in second place, Real Madrid, PSG, and Palmeiras. With 84 wins, Flamengo has 92 victories, 8 more wins than the second place among the world's runners-up. Flamengo is the team with the most wins in the last 365 days over the past 2 years. Flamengo and PSG both have 49, with Flamengo leading along with PSG as well. Flamengo is the world's most successful team. Flamengo stands out both recently and in the past, especially over the last 10 years. Flamengo leads with 429 wins, ahead of the second place Manchester City with 407 wins. Man, Flamengo has 22 more wins than Manchester City, which is in second place. Palmeiras is in third place with 406 wins. This consolidates the Rio club, the Rubro-Negro from Rio, as a reference for consistent competitiveness on the international stage. The number of wins 10 years ago, 2 years ago, and also in the last 365 days is impressive, really impressive. Congratulations to Flamengo. Look, we have some carefully gathered information to bring to you, and I'm going to And my friends, look, Bruno De Laurenti is an influential Flamengo supporter, right? Designer and everything. He posts a lot on Twitter, and he posted this here. Pitico's iFood public relations team is messaging influencers, asking them to stop joking and posting videos of the nutmegs he received in the final. Don't do that. Don't do that anymore. There's Bruno De Laurenti posting it. Flamengo's error was deleting the nutmeg post. 1,895, 1,881 sent it. The Reels had over 1 million likes and more than 15 million views on Instagram. Ha ha. If you think about it, Laurentiis, if you think about it, the little guy who asked for it is... some people commented on the joke, and he responded saying, "You can't make fun. Traitor player, that's it, my brother. Look." But his public relations team supposedly sent a message asking the influencer to stop making fun. Even people close to him sending messages during the Flamengo versus PSG game to make fun of me. So does Flamengo think about him, or does he think about us? So there's a brand, Renewal Rubro-Negro, that even made shirts. Is that going to stop? Like my friends, the brand even made shirts. Look at this. The guys even made shirts. Look. The guys made a shirt about the nutmeg, about Cebolinha. Not Andres Pereira, man. Not Pitico. Stop it. It's just fans joking around. Man, there's no way it's not. There's just no way. So that's it, guys. Please follow, like, and share on all platforms and subscribe on YouTube below. Enable bell notifications and leave a like on the video. Thank you so much for your company. Red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. Thanks. Big hug.